Music licensing reimagined.
Welcome to the Penn Sports Network podcast. I'm here with
Kristen Finnerty,
Makenna Yarrow,
and they're on the IUP soccer team. You guys are having a good season this year. I saw the last 2 years y'all only had 5 wins, and then this year you're already at 5 early.
Yeah, definitely a step up. I'll say that.
Yeah, you've been here since what? COVID?
Oh yeah, this is my year 5.
Yeah, so how does that feel for you to just come through and like you went through all that? Because y'all had I think a good 2021 season.
2021 wasn't bad. We ended in 5th, which was typical throughout the years, but
yeah.
Definitely a good season. We had plenty of potential, just couldn't get that final notch to get into playoffs.
Okay, and then your first 2 years you were somewhere else?
Yeah, so I'm a junior college transfer.
Okay.
So I went to JUCO, Mississippi for 2 years, and then made my way up here.
Where are you from?
Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay. How's the JUCO life? I heard it's like.
I loved being a JUCO bandit, can't lie. I wish it was a 4-year institution, but, you know.
Was it a classier JUCO? I've heard, like, you know, JUCOs get, like, a little, some are just a little, like, wow, was it, like, communal bathrooms?
No, so ours was really nice, actually. It was a suite style, so you had 3 rooms, and you had 2 people in each room.
Okay.
It was fine. You just had, like, the prison walls, like, the cinder block, like, the white painted walls.
Oh, those are terrible.
But that was the only downside. I mean, it had 2 bathrooms, 2 sinks. You had your own space, and so no communal stuff. You just shared it with your suite, which is good compared to a lot of places.
How's the beginning of the semester? How's classes with a lot of games plus classes? You just got out at like 9. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, coming into an MBA without a business major is hard.
What was your previous major?
Interior design.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, but I'm looking to open my own business eventually, so I needed the MBA background.
Not fresh out? Okay. What about you? What's your major?
I'm a kinesiology PT major.
Okay. Are you doing grad school?
Yeah, not here though, because IUP doesn't do it, but I want to go to school in Pittsburgh, so I'll be in the general
in the
area for sure. But
okay, come back for some games.
yeah, well, my freshman goalkeepers want me to come back and coach them, so.
Yeah, you've had quite a lot of shutouts.
Yeah.
Isn't that the term, shutouts?
Yes.
I've been familiarizing myself with soccer.
No, that was good. Yeah, no, we've had a lot, and it's the most we've had in the last, how many years? How was the season before?
I don't know.
Last year, I think we only had 2 shutouts.
Yeah.
And this year we're on 5, right? 4 or 5. No, 5.
We're definitely doing better with shutouts this year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this weekend we're in that streak.
Yeah.
So, like, I already know it's kind of hard to score. You have quite a few goals this season.
Yeah.
He wants you to talk closer into the mic.
Me?
Yeah, you have
Sorry.
quite a few goals this season. Like quite a few. Got like 5 to like 7, something like that.
I'm at 3 goals for this season so
Okay.
far, but out of those goals, 2 of them were game-winning goals.
Okay.
I've had 12 in my whole career.
All right. I mean, those games don't go up that high though. I've seen like
No.
3, 4. Isn't like
Well,
4 or
not
5 like a lot?
typically.
Yeah, no, especially in this conference, because the PSAC's big for soccer. Like, the NCAA tournament will push 6-7 teams each year from our conference.
Yeah.
So the games conference-wide are always close, and it's always unpredictable, too. People...
Yeah, and then you have like the random games that people just come out firing 6-0, 7.
Yeah, like Slippery Rock, after we beat them the next game they played.
Yeah, they were not.
They scored 12 goals in 2 games. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot.
So.
I mean, their coach was not happy.
Their coach
after
was
our game.
not happy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've always had like. I mean, it's just hard to put obviously like winning seasons together, but I feel like we've always had like well-rounded teams across all the sports. Like you could be 5 wins 2 years in a row, and then next thing you know, you start off super hot. So it's just like it's tough. What do you do to try to maintain going into like deeper into the season? Like, what is like your focus right now?
Look at every game as an individual day.
Yeah.
We are not like honing on the fact that we've won the game before, the 2 games before that. Like, every day is a new day, and anyone can come out and play their game that day.
So it's 0-0 going into every game.
Oh, yeah.
Your record's
Every
0-0.
practice, every game.
It's a choice to come up to the field and show up. If you don't show up, like I said, this conference is so unpredictable. If you're not making that choice, then people will run over you. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can get comfortable and then things can turn around. It's a long season.
Yeah.
I think that's something nice about our team, though, because I feel like we have pretty humble beginnings as far as that goes. So I don't think we're not an egotistical team, and it's easy for us to take it game by game. And I don't know.
Yeah.
We always have
I
a personnel
agree.
that's willing to work, and
Yeah,
they don't get
and
ahead
I think,
of themselves.
our class that came in like understands that, and they know that like you have to like be ready to go every game.
Okay, that's true. So I've asked like people I've interviewed like after like post game like volleyball. I've done like a lot of their stories. What is Hawk culture to you guys? What is your definition or your idea of Hawk culture, especially for you since you've been here? Like you've seen the ups and the downs of like almost everyone.
I really have. I would just say like our Hawk culture is just it's very high, it's very motivating. Like she said, we're not egotistical. We try to like be as positive with all our teammates as we possibly can be, motivate each other as much as we can. But I would say as far as the culture that has been brought onto these teams, that is every year is a different team.
Yeah, for sure.
But in my last 5 years of the teams that I've been a part of, I would say like frankly, we didn't play in my freshman year, so 4 teams. We are in like some of like the best like culture that we've had, like as far as like just like the drive and motivation, like keep going, and everyone's super close. We talk all the time.
Yeah, I would say that's huge for us. Like as I don't know what word I'm thinking of, but as cliche as it sounds, like genuinely we do not have problems within our teams.
I mean that's a good way. It's hard too. Like
it is,
yeah,
and especially with girls. Like you
Yeah.
can't avoid everything with girls.
Yeah.
But like we don't have that like major falling outs, major fights.
Yeah.
Like none of that happens because everyone is just so willing to be connected with each other, and that's something that, especially transferring, like I've seen some things at my old school with fights and everything like that, and it's just so nice. It's refreshing to be in a community where that's just like not a thing.
I mean, like I think like we just said it the other day, like this team is like our family.
Yes.
Like we're not just friends. Like everyone that has been a part of this team is family. Like even this past weekend we had people who either left school or like transferred somewhere else. They came back and we treat them like family. Like they come hang out with us and come to our games, and it's like they haven't gone anywhere.
That's how I feel. I feel like that's my idea of Hawk culture. I feel like every team, everyone is very family oriented. You don't really hear much about like drama within any of our teams. Not so much, at least. So it's just like, how do you go about getting like the freshmen acclimated though? Like, I know like coming from like high school, like even like with me, like with my own sport, like you're like the best in your high school, best in your section area, and then they get here and it's like they may not be the best, or like you may not play. So like how do you get them adjusted to that?
It's definitely an adjustment. Like it's a little like hard for like me to like say that like I understand. I feel like probably for you too, because like it was COVID when we came in.
Yeah.
So like we didn't get our first season, so we like had a little bit of like a developmental year of practices and all of that. And by the time that we were playing, like we were sophomores. So I kind of had that year to like get into a groove and like get into a rhythm with that team, which I think is easier because when you're a freshman and you come in and try to start, you're only there for 2 weeks before and like try to meshing with the team.
Yeah, you don't really get much time.
No.
Yeah, like unlike I feel like for fall sports it's almost like a little bit harder because like winter and spring, like you guys practice like off season, like prior to your season.
Yeah.
We get 2 weeks together and we have to throw something out there and
So
put it all together.
Not even this year because Division II started a week later than they did last year.
Yeah.
So
we
had
came in later too.
Yeah. So we had like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And normally had like 2.5, 3 weeks.
We had a couple scrimmages though.
Yeah.
So.
No, I just meant like before games.
So how do you build like the what I want to call it, like I guess like the bonds or like the chemistry? Like what do y'all do outside of soccer? Like what is outside of soccer like for you guys?
I would say, like, we all, like, go to each other's houses,
Yeah.
like, hang out,
Like very casual,
Yeah.
but everyone does things together. And a lot of the girls live with each other either
Mhm.
on or off campus, so everyone's always together anyways. So I feel like it's easy, and I think that's how the freshmen get so close as well, because everyone is just always integrated.
Yeah, I would say, especially, like, I would say almost every year, like, we've had at least a class of girls take over, like, one of our old houses that people are moving out of.
Okay, so
or
it's,
something like that.
It's like always just reinforcing that, like, let's stay together type.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we kind of give that idea of, like, hey, live with your teammates, like, it's gonna be great, whatever. Like, I personally didn't necessarily get to do that for my first year off of campus, but I moved in with, like, the upper class for the following 2 years, and it was awesome. Like, I enjoyed it so much, and I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
All right. So like, what is life like outside of soccer for y'all? Though? Like, besides soccer, who are y'all? Like, what do y'all like to do?
You go first.
Man, I'm working and applying for grad schools. I don't know, I feel like as you get towards the end of undergrad, at least for us, a lot of us are doing like master's or doctorate programs, so it's like it just gets busier and more stressful. So
Yeah, I feel like my life outside of soccer has changed
It's
a
stupid.
little bit. Like now that I'm older and like I have to actually like think about what I'm gonna do after this.
Like,
Yes.
as a senior, like all summer I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to be a senior, and then
now I'm here like
get hit, and I'm like,
And then you think
Yes.
that you're like,
Like,
oh,
dang, like-
I need to find a job.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm like applying everywhere. I'm trying to figure out like I want to know when I'm walking the stage, what am I doing?
yes.
At least come the end of the
No,
summer.
And then I'm like, I
understand
don't
that.
want it to be over.
Well,
Yeah,
Like-
me either. I'm tired of senior.
I'm
I don't think I
and
can
then
do
it
any more.
becomes,
school.
oh, I need to find a job and figure out if it's not going to be at home, where am I going to live?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what am I going to do?
It's like me. Like I find myself like working all the time, and I'm like, I need money, but I
Yes.
don't really know what I need money for. I just know.
Just you
yeah,
need
just
it.
something.
Yeah, anything.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. I definitely feel that like senior year stress for sure.
Yeah.
No.
I was so stress free last year too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Well, especially like for me, like now that I'm in my grad school program, I get offered a GA position. So now on top, like my Mondays are awful. I go from practice to lift to class for 3 hours, another class for 3 hours. Like I'm here now.
And you said you're going for an MBA. What classes is that? I was thinking about it. but I
Yeah.
don't
So
know.
right now, I'm struggling, but. I'm doing fine, but it's hard. But I'm in accounting, quantitative business, information management, and economics.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go get a job after this.
Yeah.
I think that's my next step.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, no, it's
What
interesting.
school in Pittsburgh are you looking in to go? Like Pitt? Or?
Yeah, so I applied to Pitt. That's my first choice. And then I applied to Chatham as well. And then hopefully Slippery Rock and blanking. St. Francis.
I just like it's only wrong if you go to Slippery Rock.
I know, like
Like, I
I
feel like
can't,
I think
but
that's-
their PT program is good, so I'm like, I might have to
Yeah.
suck it up, but it's not my first choice, so,
I think
you
it should
know.
be like that.
It's lower down on the list,
I'm like,
no,
you
for
know
sure.
what? You should go to Pittsburgh so that we can live together. And I bet
I
you go to
know.
Pittsburgh.
I know. That's another thing, we're all like trying
Trying
we
to
can't
live
leave each
together
other
and, like-
alone, we're like, we all have to live together in Pittsburgh after
I
this.
mean, I feel that though. I was just thinking like, I don't think I don't want to live with someone. Like I think I'll just try to talk to my roommate that's graduating with me now. Like we went to high school together. I'm like, bro, like we low key got to move together. Like I don't think I
Yeah,
can just.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
currently living alone,
Yeah.
so I get it.
Yeah, I'm not ready. I did that last year. I'm not ready to just be by myself. It's a little weird.
It's different.
I'm too
like, you have to
social
get
for
used
that.
to
Like
it.
I have to wake up and talk to somebody. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I just show up at their house.
Just show up at their house.
That's how everyone is at my house now. 'Cause I used to wake up, walk out the room. My roommate actually like dropped out like going into the spring. So I'm just like I walk into that room and there's no one in there.
Mhm.
So it's just like it's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough
no.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Because like I said, I lived with older teammates my last year, and they both left in December, so I had a whole 4-person place to myself. So it was
That's
like,
too much space.
it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I was like, it's kind of eerie in here.
They didn't just, I would have made someone stay the night every night. Like,
No,
one of
I need my
teammates.
daily social hour.
I
like
did stay over a
can't.
couple
You
times.
Did. You did do that.
Yeah, something like just even like a good morning, just somebody.
Like
that's
an
just the
interaction.
presence. Yeah.
Yes.
We might not even have to talk. Just knowing you're in that
Like
room.
someone's over there.
No, like
Yeah.
because my roommates like left their stuff up just to like come and visit. So I would just go into their rooms and FaceTime them while I was like laying in their bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I miss you. Can you come back?
He wants us to get closer to the mic. It's like moving who's your next game?
We play Gannon on Wednesday.
Okay, home.
Away. We're on the road for the next 2 weeks.
Which is insane.
How many
Yeah.
games is that?
4, right?
Or is it 3? Are we home next Saturday?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I can't.
We're on the road for a
can't
good bit
keep
here because
track.
we had a lot of home games in the first half of the season.
Okay.
So we're flipped from last year, so we have to do all the away games
Okay,
now.
and then I know it's not like that for track, but like how basketball and football stuff is like. Does your ranking depend on if you can play at home for PSACs, or is it just like a neutral site for everyone?
For us, it's like those first couple playoff games. It's like based on the ranking that you come out at, but beyond that, it will be a neutral site.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like moving closer to like the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many rounds is it for you guys?
I think it kind of like
PSAC is just, or conference, not PSAC. It's 3 of a quarter,
Yeah.
semi, and final.
Okay.
And then I don't know, how does the NCAA tournament work for us? Does it start with 32 or no? That's too much.
I think that's too high.
I don't think there's a group stage in NCAA
Yeah.
tournament, but I might be wrong.
Is it like 4 games to the chip, or like no?
Well, you know, it's funny we haven't been part of it, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, so
I mean, at the rate you're going though.
Yeah,
we're
like-
kind of planning on it at this point.
Yeah, I
we've
mean-
got high hopes for sure.
I mean, definitely put it on the agenda. Then it's like it kind of has to happen.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I know at my old school, like we made NCAAs, and it was you had a group stage, a quarter, semi, and a final. But I don't know if that's how it is here.
I think.
I have no idea.
I'd have to look at it again, honestly. Like, I haven't looked that far because I haven't had to.
Yeah. We're changing that. We've said
We are
this.
changing that way.
Okay, and
This weekend.
it's like I don't know. You guys are doing really good. Like, did you expect to start like this early? Did you expect to come out for? I mean, it's okay to say no. Like, I mean,
I didn't know what to expect on it, but with the number of underclassmen we had coming in and just like how little time we had together, it was kind of like a hit or a miss. But I think with how we trained during preseason and how fit everyone came in, we really like got a huge jump start compared to other years. Other years our fitness wasn't as high, so we had to work all that fitness up through preseason into season, and I think that held us back a decent amount.
Yeah.
But
Well,
this season was not.
I was gonna say
hard
for
with that.
comparison, our fitness last year, our passing level on our fitness test is a level 18, and
We were on the Man U.
Yeah, we were on the Man United. Our average score last fall was a 12 out of 18, but our average score this year was a 16.
okay, that's a big jump.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
closer.
out of 33, 35
And
girls
honestly-
on the team, so
And frankly, we had a decent number pass. So.
yeah, most of the team passed. I think we had like 3 or 4 outlying scores. Like it really.
It dragged it down.
I don't think we need.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody scored below.
Which, like
like
obviously,
10.
like there's like certain people like some goalkeepers, like they don't have to run the same way, so
Yeah.
their score is lower.
That's fair.
But which almost like is not really like fair to like put them into that mix necessarily
Yeah, I
because
hate
they're
running
not
that test.
required to do the same running as the rest of us.
Your sport is a lot of running. I say like, and I
You're telling me.
She's saying this like she doesn't run for days. By the way, what did you get on the menu this year? 22.
23.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
see.
talking. She's talking like she doesn't run forever.
yeah, I mean, I run for a living, and I don't think I could. Soccer is a whole lot of running, like a lot.
Yeah, well, because he was trying to get me to run track. So.
Of course she is.
I mean, it's not like you got to get in shape.
She's already in shape.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
so off season is the key. That
I'm
was
like,
the big.
I have to
big
see how much
part.
my body can handle because we were both in
That's
the treatment
so
room every
real.
day.
I mean, you got to think
Dude.
about this like this though. You're gonna go out 2-sport athlete if you do that.
That's true.
You know, it's last year.
I know. I have thought about it.
Then like you can
What
run
would you
whenever you
run?
want.
She wants me to run the 800.
Yeah, I hate
I
that
would never.
race.
That's what she wants me to
Yeah,
run.
I could never.
I'm like, I low-key, like, I'm good at, like, distance, but also, like, managing pace, so.
Yeah. What is like you guys' conditioning like? It's a lot of like mileage.
Most of it's done over the summer, so we
Yeah.
do a big summer packet workout and or girls condition on their own. But because we don't have that much time when we come in, it's kind of expected to be fit. So really when you come in, you run your fitness test, and then we'll do like stuff on the
Yeah.
ball or play 11v11 a lot. But as far as
A
that,
lot
we
of
really
11v11.
don't do a lot of extra conditioning because she
In the
just...
spring we will.
In the spring, yeah, we do like treadmill and sprint workouts.
Do y'all do like any games or anything in the spring? No.
Yeah, we do.
We have a maximum of 7 that we can play.
All right. Like
We
like.
only-
We only
Played what,
typically
4?
do like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Does the eligibility work? This like I know for us. Well, I know for us.
Our
like,
eligibility is different than you.
It is.
yeah, but I don't even. I mean, now that I think about it, I don't like. I know we get like a fall. Like technically, we get like fall eligibility and then spring because our season like kind of falls in both. Does that work the
We're
same
not
for yours?
No.
No,
So like
we're-
if you step on the field at all, that's
Like,
your year.
that's your year.
Unless you have a medical retiring injury or something or season-ending.
Okay,
injury.
so
But
if
the
you play.
season-ending injury has to be before
For the first half of the
midpoint
season.
of your
Yeah.
season.
Oh, so you don't get a medical
If you're
red shirt back if it's later than.
yeah,
if it's over
like,
than that 50%
like
mark.
we
Yeah.
we had a teammate that she got hurt in that next game after the midpoint, and she lost her.
So
rest
she
of her
doesn't
year.
get-
She
she
doesn't
can't
get
get
a
her
red
back.
shirt.
Okay, so then it's like she didn't do anything in the spring either, but she can't even do a spring. No, like you don't get that spring
No,
season.
she
No.
doesn't get that back.
Oh, that's.
It's by the full year.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
sucks.
Yeah, I'm glad I do what I do then. But
Yeah. And the percentage rule doesn't apply to us. It only applies to football.
Yeah.
So like that's what is it, 30%? Like if you play less than 30%
Yeah.
of your conference games, you can apply to get your year back.
Yeah,
that
the
doesn't
moment
apply
that
to
we
soccer.
step on the field.
You can play 1 minute, you lose your year.
oh, so if coach plays someone and then there's no red shirt.
Like
And
plays
if you're
them
not
for
hurt,
5 minutes and pulls
that's
them back
it.
out and they never see the field again, they are done for that year.
It's actually really, really tricky.
It
I wouldn't
is.
know if I'd want to. At least as a freshman, I'd probably be like, nah.
Yeah. Well,
Like just wait on me. Like,
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Division 1 sports, that 30% rule applies to all sports across the board.
Yeah,
But
it's
for
just
Division
D2.
2, it's only football. So the rest of the Division 2 sports
I
don't
think
get the
D3
same.
is the same as us, right?
I don't know what the D3 legislation is.
That's all weird too. Like the NCAA rules aren't the same across.
I know, and you would think they would
They
be.
should be.
At
Yeah,
that
like,
point.
Like I know, like if you like try to get a year back here, and they don't like you, if you go up, they'll give you the year back. Like it's all strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even for us, like there's no regional meet for D2,
Mhm.
but there's like a regional meet before nationals for D1 and D3.
Interesting.
And I'm like,
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah, it's tough because now it's just like you got to really be smart about where you choose to go.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that either.
What other sports do y'all like to watch other than soccer? What other sport? What is like your favorite sports team to go see here? Unless you don't want to be put on the spot like
To
that.
see here,
Like, what do you enjoy?
We went to some basketball.
we like
basketball.
basketball we go to, but we also work it for like our fundraising.
Yeah,
Okay.
like we do the
So, like,
concessions,
we
so we
don't
kind
really
of
get
have
to
to
watch.
be there.
What is your
Yeah.
preference of sport to watch? Not even like IUP, just in general. Then I'll preface it like that.
I'm not overly picky. Like obviously, I love to watch soccer,
Yeah.
but I like to watch lacrosse too because I grew up playing.
She was also
I
could
also-
have played in college. By
Yeah,
the way.
So if it wasn't soccer, it's lacrosse for you.
Yeah, it was a matter of me choosing between disappointing my mom or my dad on which one I went for because he was a college lacrosse player, she was a college soccer player. And I'm
Oh, you're
like,
like, all right,
which one do I go for?
disappoint dad.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and then my brother wound up going for lacrosse, so I'm like, we evened out the playing field. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
fine.
good.
It's fine.
Let's stay down.
It's totally fine. But yeah, no, I had some offers, but I also was trying to find my major for interior design, and they don't offer that very much with
No.
sports. So it was really like, okay, do you go to a D3 and not get any athletic money and go to like an institute of technology for it,
Yeah.
or do you go to this D2 school or D1 school, maybe not see the field at D1, but go for the academic part of it, or best of both worlds here,
Yeah, for sure.
and get some money.
I understand that.
So that was kind of like where I had to level with it, and honestly, like I came here when I visited, and I felt like so at home. It was like the moment I stepped on campus.
Yeah, I think we have a really nice campus.
We
Like,
do.
I think it's very underrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Well,
underrated.
I can't even say the moment that I stepped on campus because the first time I came during a snowstorm, and I was like, I don't like this, I don't know, because I was ironically on my way to a state championship for ski racing that I did my whole life at Seven Springs.
She's a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
at I was going to a state championship at Seven Springs, and my dad just happened to be like, okay, let's stop off and see the school because they have your whatever.
Yeah.
So we stopped off, and I was like, I don't know if I like this, but it was literally a blizzard. I was like,
I think
I
the
should give it a
weather's
second chance.
Yeah.
The weather in Indiana is like 20 times worse than like anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's weird.
It was weird. No, but the second time I came back, it was for an ID camp, and I was like, okay, maybe I do like this.
Yeah. And then what about you? Did you do any other sports?
No, I've been soccer my whole life. I did track like 8th and 9th grade, but then I quickly realized that running the 800 was like not what I wanted to do for the rest of my
Oh, so that's why you said ew.
yeah, no, I hated the 800. I hated that race. The 400 was just as bad. I don't know why my coaches tried to make me do that, but never again. Soccer
now
is
you're a
just sort of,
goalkeeper.
yeah, now I'm a goalkeeper, so now I don't have to run at all, which is great.
Great decision.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like, I just hop around in the goal and hit my body off the ground.
I don't
which-
think my back could handle
I'm like,
more running than I already
I'm
have
like, girl,
to
I
do.
see you go flying in the net. I'm like, I go flying on the field, but in a totally different
It's like your back can handle more like hitting the ground than running.
Yeah, so like in the last 6 months, I've just suddenly developed lower back pain for whatever reason, and it's definitely just 4 years of
It's also
college
called we're
sports.
22 and 21.
yeah, and my body's just deteriorating at quicker paces
I
than
definitely
everyone
think
else.
college sports make you age 2 times faster than
Oh
you.
my gosh,
100%.
Then
it
you
hits
should.
you out of nowhere. What were we saying to Carrie? We were in the training room today. I was like, Carrie, my body does not recover like it does. My freshman year, I could sprain my ankle and I'd be back in 2 days. Now,
Even like freshman and sophomore year, it's like you just
yes,
like
You pop back
you
with
can do
nothing.
anything and you're
Nothing.
fine.
And now, literally, our entire 5th year and senior class is in the training room every day.
We're all in there for back problems.
Yeah,
like we're the
every-
grandmas. of the
Everything
team.
hurts. And
Yes.
it gets to the point where it's like, damn, we're still in the warm up.
And
Yes,
Yeah.
the
warm-up
warm-up
lap.
lap is the worst part of any practice. I'm telling
it's
you.
awful. We all say it. We're like, this sucks.
Like I'm out of breath. Everything hurts.
Yeah,
I don't know.
facts.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
like back to like what you were saying earlier though, people think like being a college athlete is just like fun and games. And I try to,
No.
I think it's like a misconception there. Even just like going to school for a sport, because like you said, you got to choose between your sport. Like you got to decide somewhere as a sport, a coach you like or feel like you can get along with, your major,
Yeah.
money situations if it's affordable.
Yeah.
Because even scholarships, like if you don't get a full ride, like $3,000 at one school and $10,000 at another school could be
Totally
The
different.
3,000
It
could
depends
be-
on how
how
much you're paying for
expensive the
tuition.
school,
yeah, the 3,000 could be way more like
Well, especially when you're looking at out of state versus in state.
Yeah, like
I feel like for us, out of state is that much more.
and luckily, IUP is really not that expensive of a school
Yeah.
for in or out of state, which is really nice. So that
It's a
definitely
little bit
helps.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Way more reasonable.
My mom thanks me every day compared to my brother's who mass tuition.
No, I can't imagine what he's paying there. Too much money. Too
yeah,
much
even
money.
even like I went to like Seton Hill my first semester,
Mhm.
and it's like
Ew.
$60K. Yeah, no, I
Terrible decision.
I mean, I would have a post in my Snapchat memories. I decided I was coming to IUP in September,
Mhm.
so yeah, no, but it was like $60K over there compared to like
60?
That's
think-
wild.
I think the most IUP was at one point was only 24,000. I know we're under that now, but like I think my freshman year when I got here in the spring, it was like 24K like for the whole year if I were to be here the whole year.
Wait,
The
are you
difference
in
is
state?
crazy.
Yeah, I'm from PA too.
Okay.
Seton Hill was 60 like in state or like
That's
56.
That's
insane.
Like-
wild.
For in-state?
That's
Yeah,
Are they
I mean,
private school?
Yeah, they're a private
Yeah,
school.
that's
They
fine.
got me though, like when I got accepted and all that, which I like committed somewhere like late because I decommitted from like a different school I was gonna go to.
Mhm.
They sent me an iPad, and I think that's what got me.
Bruh.
Or a MacBook. They sent the MacBook, and
Not
I was
the
like,
MacBook.
oh, okay.
You're like,
And then like private schools, they give you like random grants that they just make up. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
no real like place it came
The
from. They
random
just put a name on it.
scholarships they
Yes.
throw
Yeah,
out.
and then
Yes.
like you get there and it's like, damn. Like the price was just like so high.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, so
That's
I did not know it was that
insane.
much to go to school there. The other one that's expensive is Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst when they were still
and
in our
Gannon's
conference.
expensive
Is Gannon
too.
expensive?
Yeah, they're private.
Yeah,
it's
it's
private.
like 70.
Because they're
Yeah.
private too.
But Mercyhurst also handed out scholarships like it was nothing.
Yeah, those was Mercyhurst private.
Yeah.
Yeah, those private
Slip
schools
is
just
public.
like
I think Slip is public.
yeah, Slip's public.
What else
And
is there?
then Edinburgh is private.
Is Clarion public?
Clarion is
They're
public.
public. I don't know about Edinburgh.
I don't know what
think they might
Edinburgh
be
is.
private.
I think they're public. Aren't they part of like that Commonwealth? Not Commonwealth. That.
Oh, that is
West?
true.
Yeah.
They are.
Yes,
they
private.
are. They
all-
So I think they're public with Clarion and Cal.
No, Cal.
Yeah, because they're Penn West now. Oh,
What's
you weren't
UPJ?
here for that.
No, I know nothing.
Yeah,
I know
like,
nothing
she doesn't
about.
know
I know
that.
nothing about
Alright,
yeah, athletics.
so it's like I know like Lock Haven because I'm from like over that way. So like Lock Haven, Bloomsburg, and Mansfield did it. It's kind of like just like they're like under an umbrella. So
Yeah.
it's like the, over there is like
They're
the
like a chain
Commonwealth.
school.
Yeah, it's like
It's
so like you can take
weird.
classes
At any of the
at any of the
That
universities
don't,
and
like,
then
count.
They
yeah
don't count
towards your
towards
degree
your
Yeah.
because
Gotcha.
the degree at all three of those schools is just like
The same.
Penn West or Commonwealth. I actually wouldn't like that.
I
think
think
it bothers
because
me.
like they literally like put on like their diplomas or whatever now. Like it's Penn West Clarion.
Gotcha.
I know schools do it when they're like
That's
struggling to stay open.
Yeah, that's
or,
right, because they had a
I
funding
think
issue.
They were.
Yeah.
I think they all had like
They were like
funding
about to
issues,
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was.
So-
I think it was Cal that was having that issue.
Well, it doesn't help. Pennsylvania has so many colleges.
Oh, there's
yeah.
so
So
many.
many.
I like didn't really realize until all of a sudden like I like randomly looked at it one day. I was like, there's more schools
Yeah, we have
in
like
PA than
we
I
have so
thought.
many D3 schools too. Like
Mhm.
even like when you look past the PSAC and then like our bigger schools,
Yeah.
like we have a lot of D3 schools. I think Penn State has like their own like conference of like universities. Like they have like 12 side branches that all just play each other. Like it's just it's deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you like Pitt has so many like satellite schools.
Yes.
Like Pitt Greensburg.
UPJ.
UPJ.
Penn State has like Penn State Altoona, Penn State Harrisburg,
Yeah, Penn State.
Penn State like Schuylkill, Penn State Scranton,
And like
Shenango. They have a lot.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I can't think of the name that I'm thinking of right now. But
I did not know that.
yeah, there's so many satellites.
Still new.
Yeah, are y'all sticking with the majors you came into college for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the most part.
surprisingly, yes. I mean, I already graduated with mine, so I would hope I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't necessarily expecting to do my MBA, but as soon as I lost my COVID year and
Yeah, no.
whatever, like I was like,
yeah.
I have another year. Why wouldn't I do it?
And it's like after this, it's done.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to make the best of it
Yeah,
while
I'm
I
on
can do
the I'm on the
it.
fence about doing a fifth year. I just don't. It's more running. It's a lot of running, and then my sport's only running. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, you kind of, and there's like a lot of running before competition. I don't compete till December,
Well,
so it's like just
That's a
imagine.
lot of time.
Yeah, just imagine like conditioning every single day.
I'm like,
Every day.
The more I think about it, I'm like, the more I think, like, I commit to a sport that I run and chase a ball.
Yeah. When you dumb sports down, it's like
like, why did
fastest
I do
way
this?
to get the ball into the silly little net on the other end of the field.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then it's the hardest thing in the world.
And then and then now there's
Yeah.
plays, formations.
And you just willingly throw yourself on the floor.
fouls. Well, you do. Well, I guess both. of
I
us
don't
do.
willingly do it. I get tossed. There's a difference.
I guess that's true.
I mean, when you put it that way, though, it makes it sound like there's something wrong with you.
That's what I'm saying, and you're just like, yeah.
That's like me, like I just run to the point where I can't breathe, and then I catch my breath in
I
2
mean,
minutes,
And then you go
and then I do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, at least, like, I know our soccer ball hurts to an extent, but, like, at least it's not like a lacrosse ball.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh,
someone
my
hit me with a
gosh.
soccer ball today. Where I was like, passed
When?
out. I was like laying on a track after my workout.
that was.
It was you.
That might have been Kristen.
I was like laying there, and I was just like, I knew it too. Like in my head, I was like covering my face. I was like, with my luck, someone's gonna hit me with the ball.
You know what? I think he threw the ball back to me off
I
the
did.
track.
I just like slapped it.
He was going through it.
Yeah, I was.
What do they have y'all doing out there?
Doing no. I mean, see, it won't sound bad when you say it out loud. Like it doesn't sound that bad. Like today, I just did like 3 150s and then like 5 70s, but then like it's worse than it sounds.
Yeah, no,
Like
that's
just
fair.
depending on the pacing or the rest, because like a workout could be really slow,
Mhm.
but then not my would say really slow because slow is such a subjective term. It'll be like slow for us,
Mhm.
but then the rest will be like almost nothing. and then by like if we have like 8, like we do like 200s, and then some days he'll give us like 2-minute rest.
Yeah.
No, and then like other days we'll get 4-minute rest, but when you're like about to pass out or you're breathing really hard, 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm tired by the time I'm watching y'all's warm up going around the track, and I'm like, that would take it out of me.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, some
let
days,
alone
like,
the actual sprints.
That's true. Today the warm up we did a little faster, and it hit. Some days the warm up hits harder, like differently depending on the day, for sure. And then like the weather just never helps because like it sucks to run in the heat because it's like really hot, but then it sucks to run in the cold because that hurts.
And the air hurts your chest.
Yeah, so.
Trust me, I understand that.
Well, you also have asthma. That doesn't help
I
your
know.
fitness.
Yeah.
You have asthma and you run like miles.
Yeah, that's what that probably requires.
I have asthma and vocal cord dysfunction. It's quite the interesting combination.
Okay. And then you chose soccer.
Yeah, don't ask me why. I don't know.
So, I didn't want to touch base on this. I saw your media day picture. And you did like the Gojo pose.
Yes. Don't spoil anything for me, I swear.
No. Well,
don't spoil it.
if you want me to be honest, TikTok spoiled. Have you only watched the show?
Look, I watched season 1, and then I watched the movie, and then now
Did you watch season 2?
I'm halfway through it.
Okay, so I got the like what after season 2 spoiled for me. But is that like the only anime you watch?
No. So I really used to be into it in high school, and then I kind of I just got busy. Honestly, didn't have the time to sit and watch.
I feel that
the actual series.
I can't get through episodes. I gotta rewatch because it'd be days in between me finishing an episode.
Look, and I started with Naruto and Shippuden. That took forever to get through, and I do not have the patience.
Lots of filler.
Great show. Everyone should watch that. But I can't watch that. Someone was like, you got to start One Piece. That's over 1,000 episodes. I do not have the time.
They're remastering it, and they're gonna speed up the pacing and cut out episodes. So that's when I'm gonna start watching.
And One Piece?
Yeah, when they read, because they're gonna reanimate the beginning. So they're just gonna reanimate all the way through and stuff like that, and take out a lot of.
I know, but I feel like then you miss the original experience.
The original experience.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I felt with Hunter x Hunter, and then
that's my favorite one.
I went back and rewatched the 1999 version, and
yes,
it's definitely a little different. It's a little more I guess you could say violent. It's a little more straight,
gory.
Yeah, it's real gory. But other than that,
I love Hunter x Hunter. It's my favorite series to this date.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Do you watch anything any shows? Probably not anime, but
I've gotten really into reading.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm more, which we were on the same train.
Yeah, I got her started on a
while.
series for a little bit. Yeah.
And then I started my own series, and I've just been on a kick. While I'm at my internship at work at home, I will just audiobook the whole time.
What do you like to read? What type of genre?
Like
fantasy. I feel like
I'm between romance, fantasy, those kind of areas. We were both doing the Avatar series.
Okay.
So that's a commitment. But
which is a Court of Thorns and Roses if you don't know what it is. But it's fantasy world.
Went down that whole train. We were sharing books.
Yeah, I think if I were to read it, it'd be sci-fi or fantasy or something.
I don't know. It's so easy. And the way that Sarah J. Maas is the author of that book, and she writes the Throne of Glass series too, which I haven't started yet. But
I have some of the books, I just haven't gotten there.
She does a really good job of writing her books, so you feel like you get lost in the world that you are reading about.
Okay.
So it's really easy to get through the books because it captures your attention so easy.
Something like that because I think I think my attention span has progressively gotten worse.
Yes.
But I'm really good at doing
Agreed.
I do a
That's
lot.
why I can't watch shows right now. I get so distracted because I also watch shows while I do work. When I would be in the lab for my interior design, I'd throw a show on while I was working. And I started not paying attention to the show because I was so focused on the screen.
Yeah, I don't think I can even do homework and watch anime at the same time anymore.
So I started audiobooking because I was I need something to listen to, but it not distract me either.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, it definitely.
You either have to lock into homework or lock into the show. You can't do both.
I think I gotta just find me a series that, like you said, just I get just trapped in it because I know even with the audiobook, I feel I'll get to the point where I'm tuning it out. It's just playing.
That's my issue with audiobooks.
It depends. I would say I think for the first book that I read from the Avatar series, I read that one completely myself, and then I started audiobooking because I was in the middle of my final project for my senior year, and I didn't have time to just sit and read, so I was audiobooking the whole time. But I said to her, I'm like, I feel like I got a different reading experience from it by audiobooking it versus actually reading it. But I have another series, it's the Twisted series. I'm at the end of that one, but like I had just like have not been able to finish it because I've been so busy with soccer, I'm never home.
Okay, so if y'all had to recommend a series to people, what series would you recommend that people start?
I mean, I like the Akatar series, but honestly, like I really like the Twisted series. So it's Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies. And the thing that I like about books like that, and just like in general, is when each book you like meet two characters, but then you meet in the next book are like two characters that are associated with those characters and like tie back to the same timeline. Mm-hmm. So like you understand like where those people like disappeared to for 2 days, and you're like, oh my god, it makes sense now. Okay. So throughout like all these books, I'm like putting all like the puzzle pieces together. Mm-hmm. So by the end of the series, I'll be like, wow, I have like the full puzzle figured out, which it like keeps me tied in.
Okay.
I guess.
What about you?
I really liked Akatar as well. It got me back into reading because I really liked reading like when the Percy Jackson and all of those.
I think that was like my
series,
last like
so far.
Heroes of Olympus, even like the
Hunger Games series,
the Egyptian series. Like I did all of them.
Yes, so I love those types of books, and so reading that series got me back into it. So I would recommend it for people who like those types of things. But if you don't like that type of stuff, you're not going to be into it at all. Yeah. Okay. But I have friends that have read the whole like Throne of Glass series, and they said it's 20 times better than Akatar. So I'm like, I need to finish this last book so I can read all
my other books first.
Start that.
Yeah, no, but I read the Hunger Games series after I watched the movies. Uh-huh. Like I read them literally like last year. Okay. Just to like see what like the differences were. Like there's more differences than I realized.
They leave so much stuff out in movies.
I was like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, even with It Ends With Us like just came out.
I saw I never read the book. Yeah. I did go see the movie because I was like,
wait, was it good?
It's like I didn't read the book again, but I genuinely feel like the ending. Did you see the movie? The ending was rushed. I think
Agreed.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone that didn't watch it, but like I don't like how like she had that hard scene in the hospital.
Yes.
And then like we kind of don't see, like we see like okay, we don't see what happens in between there, and then like we see like her and him meet again, and then we don't see what transpires between them. So they either need to do a part 2 to redeem themselves, or it's just, I just don't give it, like it's not a good idea.
There were things that they missed in that.
Okay.
Like
I feel like
kind of like big things that I thought were like important in the book that they didn't include, but maybe I just thought they were important. But I feel like from the people that I've talked to, there's bits and pieces that like was like symbolism. Okay. Yeah. That needed to be included that it would have taken 5 seconds to include, and they didn't. Yeah, so I do feel like we should read the books before we watch anything.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna go read the book though. I can't do romance.
Well, because they just came out with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder on Netflix or something. I think that's the right one. It's like a Netflix series now, but there's a 3-book series that it's on my reading list, but I haven't gotten there, so I can't watch the show without reading the books.
Yeah. No, I also feel like that's a Colleen Hoover movie, but I'm not a big fan of all of her books.
Not all of them. Verity got me back into reading, though.
Verity by her is really good.
I liked Ugly Love.
Ugly Love was okay. Looking back on Ugly Love, I thought it was really good when I first read it. Yes. And then I read other things and I was like, yeah, she's other stuff that's better. Yeah. But I think I've read better things.
I'm on the full book talk side of that. Okay. I'm sending her stuff about books all the time.
Right.
Not book talk.
Oops. Not it.
All right. So we're pushing time. It was really good having both of you. I feel like everyone should go show some love whenever the next home game comes around.
Yes, we need fans.
You guys are doing great, so it's no reason why we're not out there. Hopefully we'll have you again.
Yes,
more than happy
have
to
us
come
back.
All right, and so we'll be in tune. Stay tuned for next time. See what we got on here next. Stay tuned for next time. This is Ramiro from the Penn Sports Network podcast, and my guest
Kristen Finnerty,
Makenna Yarrow
from the soccer team. Let's show them some love, and we'll see you next time.